Hi students, you're welcome to study session 2 of GST 112 Philosophy and Logic. The title of this study session is Epistemology. After you must have studied this session, you should be able to define and discuss epistemology as a theory of knowledge. You should be able to explain and discuss the nature, sources, scope, and types of knowledge. And you should be able to distinguish knowledge from beliefs, opinions, dogma, and faith. What is epistemology? Historically, the term epistemology is from the Greek words episteme, meaning knowledge, and logos, meaning theory or science. From this, epistemology can be viewed as the theory or science of knowledge. Epistemology is the branch of philosophy that concerns itself with such questions relating to the sources, scope, or extent and justification of knowledge. Now let's look at the sources of knowledge. The first one, there are some epistemological subjects such as the empiricist and rationalist debates on the questions of source or sources of genuine knowledge. For the empiricists, sense experience is the ultimate source of genuine knowledge, and for rationalists, reason is the ultimate source of genuine knowledge. We use the word ultimate here because empiricism does not deny the role of reason, and rationalism does not deny sense experience. Each maintains its own thesis because while empiricism accords priority to sense experience, rationalism accords priority to reason. Now let's look at the second one, which is the scope of knowledge. Knowledge may be seen as justified through belief. This account for knowledge is referred to as the traditional account of knowledge. According to this account, S knows that P means that 1. S believes that P. 2. P is true. And 3. S has reasons to believe P. From the fulfillment of these 3 criteria, it is assumed that S can rightfully claim to know P. This idea of knowledge as justified through belief is derived from the notion of the 3 criteria of knowledge. Then the last one, which is the justification of knowledge. Knowledge as justified through belief can be inferential or non-inferential. A justified true belief can be inferential if the belief relies on other beliefs for its justification. It is non-inferential when it does not rely on other beliefs for justification, but it is self-justifying. The non-inferential beliefs are also referred to as foundations of knowledge. The inferential will rely on the non-inferential. Now, let's go to the types of knowledge. There are types of knowledge, some of which are analytic or a priori, and synthetic or a posteriori. Analytic or a priori knowledge can only be established through pure reason, while synthetic or a posteriori knowledge can only be established through the senses. Some examples of analytic or a priori knowledge are: 1. All bachelors are unmarried male. And another example is 2 plus 2 is equal to 4. Some examples of synthetic or a posteriori knowledge are: there are 20 students in this class. Or when you say all metals are heated, all metals when heated, they do expand. The only difference between analytic and a priori is that analytic refers to statements derived from pure reason, while a priori refers to judgments or truths derived from pure reason. In the same way, synthetic refers to statements from sense experience, and a posteriori refers to knowledge or truth derived from experience. However, There are other differences between analytic, or what we call a priori, on the one hand, and synthetic or a posteriori on the other. For instance, analytic does not require sex experience, while synthetic requires sex experience. Analytic, when true, is necessarily true. Synthetic, when true, is contingently true. A denial of analytic will lead to self-contradiction, while a denial of synthetic will not lead to self-contradiction. The predicate of a synthetic statement adds new information to the subject. The predicate of an analytic statement does not add new information to the subject, it merely explains it. Now let's look at the theories of truth. Epistemology is also concerned with the problems of truth. One of such problems is, what is truth? There are some theories in this respect. One, the correspondence theory of truth. According to this theory, a statement is true if it corresponds to reality or an actual state of affairs. In other words, a statement is true if it conforms to a fact. This theory emphasizes agreement between beliefs and facts. Then the second one is the coherence theory of truth. According to this theory, a statement is true if it coheres with an already established system of truth. This theory sees truth as a relation between judgment and the system to which it belongs. This theory emphasizes agreement among beliefs. Then the third one is the pragmatist theory of truth. This theory considers the idea of truth to be an affair of practical experience. That is, the truth of a statement or proposition is determined by its practicability. Therefore, a proposition is true if what it affirms is practicable or realizable. Dear students, we have come to the end of this study session. Thank you for listening. See you in the next class.